4WM. Topic: Agree or disagree, big companies have a positive effect on society. Points: products, the economy, the environment, work-life balance. I agree that big companies have a positive effect on society. There are two major areas where this effect can be seen: the economy and work-life balance. Large companies generate huge amounts of money, both for national economies and for the global economy as a whole. Developing countries, in particular, benefit from the extra commerce created by such corporations. Furthermore, governments receive considerable tax sums from these corporations, which can be used to fund public projects. The existence of big companies also leads to better conditions for workers. Large corporations employ thousands of people and are more likely to have the resources to keep their employees satisfied. Offering access to on-site gyms or implementing policies that limit overtime work, for example, significantly improves employees' work-life balance. Therefore, from the broader economic advantages to the individual benefits for workers, the effect that big companies have on society is most certainly positive. I agree that big companies have a positive effect on society. Firstly, they create many jobs for people. When a big company opens a new store, factory, or office, it hires many workers. This helps families earn money and improves the local economy. For example, car companies, technology companies, and supermarkets provide jobs for thousands of people. Without big companies, many people would have fewer job opportunities. Secondly, big companies provide useful products and services. Many of them develop new technologies, such as smartphones, electric cars, and online services, which make life more convenient. Medical companies also create new medicines and treatments that help people live longer and healthier lives. These innovations improve society and help people around the world. Therefore, I agree that big companies have a positive effect on society. I agree that big companies have a positive effect on society. Firstly, they support local businesses and communities. Many big companies buy products from smaller businesses and work with local suppliers. This helps smaller companies grow and succeed. For example, restaurants buy ingredients from local farmers, and large stores sell products from small brands. This cooperation benefits both big and small businesses. Secondly, big companies often help during disasters and emergencies. Many large companies donate money, food, and medical supplies when earthquakes, floods, or other disasters happen. Some companies also give scholarships to students or support education programs. By helping people in need, big companies contribute to society in a meaningful way. Therefore, I believe that big companies have a positive effect on society. I agree that big companies have a positive effect on society. Firstly, they help bring new technology to the world. Big companies spend a lot of money on research and development, creating new products that improve our daily lives. For example, electric cars help reduce pollution, and new medical treatments save lives. Without big companies, it would be difficult to develop these important innovations. Secondly, big companies help connect the world. Many large businesses operate in different countries, making it easier for people to buy international products and communicate with others. For example, companies like airlines, technology firms, and online stores allow people from different countries to do business and share ideas. This global connection helps society grow and develop. Therefore, I agree that big companies have a positive effect on society. I disagree that big companies have a positive effect on society. Firstly, they often harm small businesses. When a big company opens in a town, small stores may lose customers and go out of business. For example, when a large supermarket opens, local grocery stores cannot compete with its low prices. This can hurt communities because small businesses provide unique products and personal service that big companies do not. Secondly, big companies can cause environmental problems. Many factories produce pollution that harms nature. Some companies use too many natural resources, such as trees and water, which damages the environment. For example, fast fashion companies produce a lot of waste, and plastic companies create pollution that affects oceans and wildlife. Because of these reasons, I believe that big companies do not always help society. I disagree that big companies have a positive effect on society. Firstly, they often focus too much on making money. Some companies do not pay their workers enough or make them work long hours. In some cases, workers are treated unfairly and do not have good working conditions. This is especially true in factories where employees have to work for low wages in difficult environments. Secondly, big companies have too much power. They can control markets, set high prices, and influence politics. For example, some large companies use advertising to make people buy things they do not need. Others use their money to get special treatment from governments. This can make society unfair because regular people do not have the same influence. Because of these reasons, I disagree that big companies always have a positive effect on society. I disagree that big companies have a positive effect on society. Firstly, they sometimes take jobs away from local workers. Many companies move their factories to other countries where labor is cheaper. This means that workers in their home country lose jobs, which can hurt the local economy. If too many jobs go overseas, it becomes harder for people to find work. Secondly, big companies sometimes sell unhealthy or unnecessary products. For example, fast food companies sell cheap but unhealthy food, which can lead to health problems like obesity and diabetes. Some companies also use too much plastic in their packaging, which increases waste. Even though these companies make a lot of money, they do not always think about the long-term effects on people and the environment. Because of these reasons, I do not think big companies always help society.